and welcome back to these daily vlogs. Today is the 30th of December 2018, come to the end, the very end of the year. So yeah, just got out of work early because, I don't know, it wasn't that busy today, but it's Sunday and then tomorrow is New Year's Eve and then it's New Year's Day. Hard to believe, like that's another year over. Fucking hell, seems like only yesterday it was 2018, or just started. I mean, it was the new year for 2018. I remember watching the fireworks on TV last year. It doesn't seem that long ago, so I really got to get my finger out, get a plan of action going, get ahead and stop procrastinating. I'm putting up my New Year's resolutions tomorrow, so you'll see that video. Sometimes I doubt myself, and when I doubt myself I can't speak as well. This is what happens, I don't know. Sometimes doubt just creeps into your mind and it's like, you gotta fight it. But it's not really fighting it though, you have to let it pass and just don't doubt yourself, that's it. Don't ever doubt yourself, because if you doubt yourself, no one's gonna fucking believe in you. You have to believe in yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, no one's gonna believe in you. You have to believe in yourself first and foremost, and that's the mistake I made. I never believed in myself, always doubted myself, always let people make me doubt myself, always let people have that power over me where they make me doubt myself, and then I just ended up self-doubting and hating, and it's just a bad way to be. You don't want to be that way. It doesn't work, it doesn't achieve anything, it just makes you lay down and rot, you know. So you don't want to go down that path. Not again. You have to claw your way out of it and change your mindset. It's all a mindset, as I've said before many times. Like one person can experience the world and it can be wonderful and rainbows and unicorns everywhere, and another person it can be total hell and, you know, demons everywhere and darkness everywhere and depression everywhere and sadness and torment everywhere. So it's just perspective. Like a child, how does a child view the world? As a magical place, right? Whereas an adult sees it as a, you know, a mundane, and, you know, they see reality is their perception. Reality is your perception. Reality is that child's perception. To that child, the world is a magical place because everything is new to it. But we lose that and we become jaded, we become complacent, we take things for granted. We have to be thankful. That's why you have to be thankful. You have to be thankful. Like, you could have never been born. Imagine you were never born. You never had this opportunity to live. How awful would that be? To never even exist. At least we exist. At least I existed. And this is proof that I existed. If nothing else, if anybody in 100 years, who'll remember that you existed? Nobody, probably. In 100 years, who'll remember that I existed? Nobody, probably, at this point. But if I do something, if I make a difference, if I can do something, if I can write a book. Writing a book's a good idea. Being in a film's a good idea. There's plenty of good ideas you can make, but obviously you gotta get into a classic book or a classic film. You can't just half-ass it and get into some shitty film that's gonna be forgotten about in 100 years. But then again, in 1,000 years, who's gonna remember any of it anyway? The joys of life, it's just it's a temporary phase. All this is temporary, and then in a million and a billion years and a trillion years, will the fucking earth even exist? There'll be nothing. Will the universe even exist? At what point does the universe cease to exist? And yeah, there's theories that the universe loops on itself. Time is in an infinite loop. That's what eternity is. It's a figure of 8 loop. So we're always going to come back to this point. But do we have a choice to change it? Do we? Do we have a choice to change it? Or has this all happened before? Has this, every single sentence, every single word, the way I'm saying it, is everything I'm doing right now? Have I done this before? Have I said this before? All these questions and more could drive you completely insane. As they have with me, clearly. This is why I cannot pursue a normal relationship. Too mad. I went too far with my thinking because I was on my own so long that I've thought so deeply. And what the hell is this? There's a car at the side of the road. Well, it was broken down, but okay, what was I saying there? I just thought too deeply for too many years, and this is the problem. This is what happens. Like, for years I couldn't even sleep because I was thinking about death every night. It just grasped me by my heart. The fact that one day you won't exist, nothing, it'll be complete nothingness. That's the scariest thought in the world. Like, at that time when I was more attached to myself then, but I'm not as attached now. But I still don't want to die. Obviously, no one really wants to die, do they? They say they do because, oh, the feelings got too much. But everybody that ever committed suicide and survived always says that the moment they jumped, like if they're jumping off a bridge, the moment they jumped, they regretted their decision instantly. Every single person. So there's something in us that wants to survive, that wants to live. And that's why I don't understand death, but it would be better if there was no death. But then the population would get overrun, and then there, I don't know, it would just get out of hand, yeah. So it has to be that way, but then there could be no reproduction. I'd be fine with that because I don't do it anyway. No reproduction, just who's on the earth is on the earth forever. But then people would get jaded as fuck and, you know, get evil. Time has a toll on people. Like, some people can deal with it, some people can't, but maybe you have to be tested to see that you can deal with it and not become corrupt and evil and twisted like most people would, actually, because the amount of time passing, just the passage of time and thoughts can develop into evil thoughts and twist into like demons in your mind. But if you implement measures and you keep doing that forever and ever and ever, you could live forever and keep your sanity, but you'd have to live a very measured life. That's why, like in the Bible, it said like Abraham lived 244 years or something. Apparently, if you get to 144 years, you start regenerating your cells, because every 7 years, every cell in your body is completely different, because your cells are constantly regenerating. So whatever you've been doing for those 7 years is going to determine what you look like, the type of person you are, how much radiance shines through you. So for 7 years, I'm gonna test this theory. I'm gonna live a clean, ascetic life, as clean as I can for 7 years. Let's see if it does actually make a difference. And it should. In theory, it should, because everything you're doing, your cells adapt to. So if you're weightlifting, your cells adapt to that weightlifting. And then in 7 years, all your cells are adapted to weightlifting. It's the same with MMA, same with writing or drawing or anything you can think of. Your cells adapt to that. Your brain cells, your skin cells, your muscle cells, your just all your cells. Obviously, I'm not an expert, but yes, I know these things, like, you know, generally from just reading philosophy and reading different things and watching different videos. Just culminating all my knowledge. It's not like I don't have a degree in this stuff, but that's the thing, that they limit you. They try to limit you by saying, yo, you don't have this piece of paper, so you shouldn't be talking about this. But yeah, every piece of paper is based on theories. Every scientific fact is based on theories. Every scientific fact is being disproven. It's all just theories. There's always a better way to do things. There's always a better way to do things, and things are always changing. The universe is always changing. This is not a static world. This is not a static universe. You can't have static rules in an unstatic universe that's constantly expanding and changing. We're all constantly changing and expanding. We get old, we're changing, our cells are changing. Dependent on what we do, our cells are changing, regenerating. You're not the same person you were 7 years ago. You won't be the same person in 7 years. Every single cell in your body will be completely different in 7 years. That's just fucking amazing, like. Every cell. So how you live for those 7 years will determine how healthy you are, how fit you are, how what activities you're good at, what you've been doing, the activities you've been pursuing. It'll determine what you're capable of doing, because your cells have adjusted to that activity. That's why it's 7 years to master anything, because every 7 years your cells completely change. They're constantly regenerating. So after 7 years, every single cell has regenerated into a new cell. They're constantly dying. Cells are constantly dying and being regenerated. So I don't see why is there a stopping point? Why is there diminishing returns? Why do we get old then? There must be some system. They're trying to figure that out, like with science. But it should be possible to regenerate forever if we could just alter whatever is causing the diminishing returns, where it regenerates, but it doesn't regenerate as healthily as it was before as you get older. But if we could fix that, like there's certain cells in a jellyfish that allows it to regenerate constantly, and some jellyfish are actually immortal. They do not die. They live forever. I don't know what the oldest one found was, but they usually end up dying, yes, but in theory they are immortal. They can live forever. So if we can isolate those cells and somehow, I don't know, I don't know much about gene technology, whatever, but I don't know how they would implement that into our DNA, just sew it into our DNA somehow. I know it's probably very complicated, obviously, that's why they haven't done it yet, so that would be something to pursue, but it's a bit too late for me to pursue that at this time. If I'd done that from no age, maybe I could have pursued that, and that's definitely a worthy cause. There's plenty of guys at it though, like what's his name? Oh, I can't remember his name, but he's a guy, he's got long hair, he's always got a pint in his hand for some reason. He's looking for immortality and he's always got a pint in his hand. He's on a riverboat, he's in England, some university guy. He's on all the shows, I can't remember his name, but I'm just giving a description of him anyway. I'm sure if you do know about that stuff, you would know who he was. I can't remember his name though. Yeah. Anyway, I went off on a tangent about immortality there and death, and yeah, end of the year, because the year has died and it's being reborn as the new year, 2019. I can't believe it's 2019. It's fucking scary, like. Can't believe I'm 31 years old either. It sucks so hard. I wish I was 21. I wasted at least 10 years of my life. At least. And I can't get those years back. It's the worst thing. Totally wasted like the best years of your life. Now I have to try and live these years like they were my best years, because I missed out on my best years. So fuck, I'm not wasting any more years, that's for goddamn sure. Not a chance. No more wasting. No more wasting away, that's it, wasting away. Anyway, what did I do? What did I do today? What did I do today? What did I do today? There's a rabbit in the road. Well, today, trained this morning, obviously. Sunday. Going a bit mad thinking about all that stuff. It does drive you crazy, like all those quantum physicians went crazy thinking too deeply about the universe. So you gotta bring it back down to earth and focus on what's actually in front of you. Focus on your life, because if you get too deep into that, it just distracts you. It's just another distraction. And I mean, what good is it gonna do? I mean, I've been there, I've done that before. Yes, it doesn't help with anything. It just stabilizes you more. So you gotta focus on your own life. And speaking of which, I'll go back to the topic I was talking about, which was training today. Which? The wicked witch, oh the wicked witch is dead. The wicked witch is dead. Quite mad, yes. I'm just happy to be out of work, that's all. And off for 2 days. Anyway, back to training. Stick to the topic. My brain's all over the place. Training, what did I do first? Tried to do clean and jerk, but didn't get very far. Just did some light technical clean and jerks. Not very heavy because I'm taking it easy on my hip. I'm going to do the 7-day fast. Probably going to start that on Friday because I'm in work Wednesday, Thursday, and then I'm off from Friday. So I'll start it on Friday, the water fast, the 7-day water fast with seven consecutive days of enemas as well. Not hot water, but warm water. You take about, I think it's 1 liter or 2 liters, and you just I have a not a colostomy bag. What do you call those things? You put it up in the air and you put water into it, and there's a tube, and then you put the tube into your butt, and you lie on the floor. I'm not gonna video that, okay? No. I'll put that on fucking some other site. What do you call it? Prawn Hub. No, avoid that. I'm on NoFap day 86. Not going on Prawn Hub. I haven't watched porn in 86 days, so as well, since I've been on NoFap, I haven't watched porn. Fucking dead animal there on the road. I haven't watched porn at all, and I'm so, I feel so much better for not doing it. I'm never watching porn again. It's just cucking yourself completely, and why would you want to do that? I want an actual relationship before I fucking die. I'm not gonna settle for jerking off in my fucking room, cucking myself. Fuck that. I'm gonna get out there, I'm gonna meet somebody, and I'm gonna, you know, have a relationship. And if it ends in disaster, oh well, at least I had a fucking relationship. And I can be happy that I tried and not regret anything. No more regrets. That's one thing I can't live with, any more regrets. That's why I'm being so open and honest and just putting all this out there. Because I don't want any more regrets, no more. Anyway, back to training. I keep going off on a tangent. Yes, I know, I'm bad. Who's bad? I'm bad, that's right. Shamon. Yeah, went off on another one. Okay, training. Lost my train of thought. Training. Oh yeah, that pulls just 110 for 5, 120 for 4, 130 for 3. Yeah. And I did some deadlifts, just keeping it light because I don't want to aggravate my hip, as I said a million times before. Don't need to repeat that again. Deadlifts 150 for 4, no 3. Then 160 for 1, just keeping it light and not going, just stopping before it gets too painful, basically. That's it, because I don't want to aggravate it too much. I'll be not doing any exercise on the 7-day fast, so just doing some light stretches, especially for my hips. So I'll definitely be stretching my hips. I want to do a video on those stretches for the hips as well, because it would be helpful to other people to see the stretches I do. Like, I know there's videos out there, but I can compile all my stretches. I have from different walks. I have Chinese stretches, I have yoga stretches, chiropractor stretches, all these different stretches. So I can put it all into one video, one concise video. What else did I train today? Press, yeah. Only got to 80, I think 82, yeah. Getting weak on the press as well because I can't lean back with my hip the way it is, so it makes it a lot harder. And I'll turn this off. Oh shit. I turned my lights off there. Oh my god. That was embarrassing. I had my full beams on and I turned my lights off because there's someone coming towards me and I panicked. You know, I'm trying to think for this video and then I'm trying to drive at the same time. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, pressed to 82, but I did like 3 at 80, so it was kind of weird. I just died at 82.5. Best ever press was 96, so fuck, it's a big drop. Standing strict press, no legs, no jerk. So what else do I have to say? Then I did some behind the neck, 60 for 5, 65 for 4, 70 for 3. Yeah. And then what did I do? Is one of my lights out? Oh my god. Whoops. Oh yeah, I did some chin-ups and pull-ups, which were actually really good, considering I did them last. First set I did 11 pull-ups, and this was going all the way down, all the way up, without any kipping, without any swinging, and I was really surprised. Felt really good at them, so I got 11. That's the most reps I've ever done, I think. On the pull-ups, you know, the pull-ups is the wider one, which involves the lats. And the second set I got 8, and then the third set I got 6. So it drops off pretty quick, but I might lose my voice. And it did chin-ups, pull-ups, which is the bicep one. First set I got 7, I think, and then 6, and then 5. So I only did 3 sets of each, but it definitely feels really good. Got a good pump going even on just doing that many. I don't do too many. You don't need to do too many as long as you put the intensity in. As long as you put the effort into those 3 sets. It's better than doing 20 sets without any intensity. Well, not any intensity, but like minor intensity. You gotta put the intensity in and then you'll get the results. That's it. As Athlete X said, he was right. I do watch Athlete X and he has some good tips, definitely. He says, like, if you're gonna go to the gym, at least put the intensity in, because you can do more in 10 minutes by putting the intensity in than you can do in 3 hours if you don't put the intensity in. So it's not worth it, just wasting your time basically. You don't want to waste your time. Time is precious. So get in there, do it intensely, and get out. That's it. What else do I have to say? That was about it. Yeah, I did that and then some sit-ups, hyperextensions, 3 sets of each, basically. I don't want to get into too much detail, but it's just the same as I did last week, pretty much. What else? Oh yeah, food. Nearly forgot about food. What did I have? My first meal was steak and rice, brown rice, and then mushrooms with that as well. Second meal was salmon, which was uncooked in the middle. So I had to I just had it anyway. It was raw in the middle, but I had it. I can't speak today. My speech is getting worse recently. I don't know why. Must practice my mouth exercises and what do you call those, tongue twisters, and like red lorry, yellow lorry, red lorry, yellow lorry. The quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog. You have to really enunciate it though. Anyway, what was I saying? The cringe. Cringe. Yeah. What was I saying? My memory's so bad too. What the hell? Getting worse. I have to See, I'm letting things slide with the end of the year, but starting the new year, I won't be letting things slide anymore. Getting back on track, 100%. Skin's broken out, but I know how to deal with it now. Watched the video there, and I wish I'd known this years ago. The correct way to deal with this is with, like, if you have a sauna, it's the best thing for your skin, the sauna, because it opens up all the pores. But you can also use a cloth and steam your face and let the pores open up. And then after that, you cleanse with tea tree oil and water. And then after that, you put on a moisturizer, but it has to be non-oil based. So I'm going to try that, and it should clear up completely, because using the non-dry moisturizer, well, the tea tree cleanses and, you know, gets rid of any oil that's stuck. Well, the cloth, the steam cloth, it's a hot cloth, right? You put it over your face and it steams your face and your pores open up, so that unclogs them, and then you use the tea tree oil to clean it out. And then you put on the moisturizer, which, you know, your body then detects that and says, I don't need to produce as much oil, so you don't produce as much oil, which is great, especially for people like us. If you get spots, your body produces too much oil, that's why. Too much sebum, whatever you call it, shit on your skin. Sucks. Wish I wasn't genetically what do you call it? Disposed to this, but I am. What else was I going to say? I forget. Oh god, it's gone. Meals, oh yeah, I was talking about meals. Third meal was, well, I had brought some protein powder with me, the pea protein with spinach and sweet potato. I just have powdered sweet potato and powdered spinach and powdered broccoli I put into it, and a banana. Nice mix. But it went down well. 2 scoops of protein powder. It's about 40 grams of protein, so it's a lot. It's like a huge ass meal in a drink. It's really convenient. And then I had sandwiches just in work, chicken and cucumber, brown bread, 2 chicken thighs and some olives, and 3 rice cakes. That was it. Orange chocolate rice cakes. Had to. That's the only sweet thing I had today, pretty much, yeah. Well, oh yeah, I had 3 rice cakes earlier as well after my first meal, so yep, that was about it. Better leave it here for now. I'm sitting here in the car. So thanks for watching. Till the next time, stay safe, stay positive, and peace out.